Hi, I'm outside the house of Professor Galun, who is an entomologist sitting at the board of BioFeed and is celebrating over 90 years, most of which is an active entomologist. She's a world leader and she chaired the international entomology meeting in China, if I remember well. And we just had a short talk about D.D.T. And I want to share it with you, D.D.T. And here is the story. In 1939, Muller invent the D.D.T, a chemical. In 1948, he received a Nobel Prize for D.D.T. And why is that? Because at the time, it seems to be like very extremely safe. Actually so safe that the people who was selling D.D.T would drink it, would eat it, to show that it is harmless. That's how safe it is. It would look like a magic because you would spray it and all mosquitoes would die. You spray it and all flies would die. Everything would die. That's how great it was. And it seems like there is no need for anything else. That's it. We have the magic molecule. That's what we have. No need to study entomology. No need for anything else. That's it. So that's the way it went for quite a few years. And it did do some good things. For example, fighting malaria. But what seems to be as problem-proof at the beginning as something that is promising everything, 1962, Rachel Carson, who was a marine biologist, ecologist, environmentalist, she wrote a book. And the book name is The Silent Spring. That book changed the history of entomology, changed the history of how we view pest control, chemicals, and so on. And what she has presented in a very clear way is that when we are looking at D.D.T, which seems to be harmless, actually we spray it all over and it affects so many things that we don't see at the beginning. So many non-target insects. And let's remember that 99.9999 and maybe a few more of the insects are harmless. They are non-target. We have all over the world about 2,000 different species of insects that we see as pests. Well, we assume today that we have between 10 to 20 million different species of insects. So if you make the calculation, you will see that it is a very, very small portion of the insects that actually harm us, do anything bad to us. And the conclusion of the Silent Spring was we should not apply chemicals to the environment because we never know what they will do to us. Even after we run all the tests, we do all the checking, like they did with D.D.T. And now recently we know about other chemicals, many of them, that for many years we would spray them and we were told it's okay, no problem. Well, no problem, but today it is forbidden to use them. Not because people who said no problem were bad, because they didn't know. It was 1972 that D.D.T was finally banned for use in agriculture in the United States. Its use today is very limited, extremely limited. So what can we learn from this? We see that even when we have the magic stick, something that can do anything, there are no magics. Any chemical that is applied to the environment, we can never know how it will affect the environment. So the best chemical is the one that we never apply to the environment. Never. Never. No chemical should be applied to the environment of any kind. This is one. Second, that we people are extremely bad in predicting how it will act, what will be next, how it will affect. Third, that by applying such chemicals in spraying, all of them, we actually kill many more of the non-target insects and do more bad than good. So science, companies, people, farmers should be doing everything in their power to stop completely the spraying. Only then we can start look for alternative technologies. As long as we have today the control by spraying, which is very accessible, too accessible, then the motivation for scientists, for companies to develop other things is very limited. That's not good. It should be the other way, actually. It should be that regulation is extremely easy. If you don't spray it, if you don't apply anything to the environment, and it should be extremely hard, almost impossible, if you want to apply a chemical, any chemical, to the environment, especially if you apply it on the leaves, on the fruits, vegetables, open space, in the air, and so on. So this is what we learn from the D.D.T. And all this exercise should not bring us back to the same mistakes. It was more than enough, and yes, we do repeat it again and again, but it's time to say enough is enough. So here, from the backyard of Professor Galun, I say bye-bye to all of you, and have a great, green, safe agriculture and life. Bye-bye.